Number 30, Rejoined the Gym. I used to belong to a gym. It was the first thing to go when Rob was laid off his job. I could walk around the neighborhood, do exercise at home using YouTube, or get videos from the library. No reason to spend money on something that I could do for free. I have kept rejoining the gym as a goal since then. It would show me that we were getting back on our feet financially. It would show me that we were going to be okay. Starting a podcast company and essentially walking off a cliff 6 years ago was scary. Struggling to find a way to earn an income has been frustrating. Hitting this milestone was significant in so many ways. It was me taking resources from our family because it would only be me joining. So putting aside guilt and scarcity was hard. It was me putting myself out into society and getting sweaty with strangers. This step was so important to me, taking control of my health and learning how to ask for what I need. It's been almost a year, and now Rob has joined too. Molly will be able to join when she turns 13 in March. I've done so many brave things since first joining. I've tried new machines. I've embarrassed myself and still gone back. I've started to allow myself to become seen there. My ultimate goal is to be able to participate in a class and to figure out how the hell to clean up the dust bunnies on the track without anyone seeing me. Sometimes bravery is putting your needs first. Episodes of Broken to Brave are released every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you so much for listening and for joining me on this journey of healing and growth. If you want to go deeper into this story and hear it from a spouse's perspective, my husband and I have a Patreon-only show where we have an extended, behind-the-scenes discussion of every episode, which also posts twice a week. Here's a sample of our latest Patreon-only companion podcast. It's very hard to be me.
Well, yeah.
It's hard to live in my head.
What we've reached right now is that point where we're seeing that you go into a tizzy over certain things. Mm-hmm. Like certain things you can't process. Mm-hmm. You're so good at something, so smart about some things, yet how you get in from two locker rooms that make perfect sense.
One time,
and you're good at architecture, like you understand that. How do you not understand this?
One time you told me to throw a banana peel out the car window, and I thought a car would slip on it.
I bet if we really got into it,
I thought a car would slip on it.
If I hadn't mocked you for that, I bet you would still.
I fully believed it.
Yeah.
And you were like, how could a car slip on a banana peel? I
bet you saw an episode of like Dune Buggy and he slipped on a banana peel or something.
But
it's like banana splits.
And then there was the time I thought that the Twin Cities, when we moved to Minneapolis for 6 months, not kidding you.
No, I know this. I don't think this one's funny. This one hurts.
We were driving from Minneapolis to St. Paul, which is like 10 minutes away for anyone who doesn't know that. And we would get on the expressway and start going. And then after about 6 months, I said to you, is that why they call them the Twin Cities? And you said, what? And I said, because they have the exact same skyline. And you're like, what? They don't have the exact same skyline.
At all.
I thought they literally put every identical building in the identical place in a mirror image of each other. And that's why they called them the Twin Cities.
Because it was in front of us and then we turned and it was to the side of us and you thought those were two cities.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened.
I know. And I pondered it for 6 months.
Right before you revealed it.
It wasn't like I was.
I remember that drive.
Came to me.
Because I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
I'm like, the city's right here. You go, yeah, that's St. Paul. I'm like, no, that's Minneapolis.
We just literally
went. Yeah. We just turned, and it's now over here because we turned.
Such a ditz. Then when we had our store, one of the employees, well, actually, two of the employees were dating, and they came in one day. And they were laughing, and I was like, "What happened?" And the one said, "We were going through the toll, and they have the rumble strips right before the toll booth." And the girl said, "I thought that they have those there for blind people, so they know to stop." So they know to stop before the toll. And I was like, oh my God, that's so smart. I never thought about it. And you go, what is wrong with both of you? Blind people don't drive.
There was nothing about that that made sense.
Oh my God, I totally went, oh, you're a genius. I never realized that's what it was for. And you were horrified.
You bought into that one.
That was so funny. Because it was like, blind people don't, I was like, oh yeah, I never thought about it. So then we're like, oh. To hear the rest of this episode and get other exclusives, become a patron to Broken to Brave at patreon.com. You can also follow my blog at brokentobrave.com for even more insights and engaging content. Links are in the show notes. Broken to Brave is a production of Southgate Media Group, hosted and written by me, Martha Southgate. Thank you so much for listening. Now go do something brave.